don't think you ever fully recovered from your first heartbreak. You sort of just learn to deal with it. Yeah, love hurts, especially when the person that you love doesn't want to put you first. If I could go reverse, I would pay attention to your actions and would never pay attention.
Just getting some stuff together, guys. We'll get started here in a second.
Trick me into thinking that you love me, then you cut me, now I'm bleeding on this verse. I need to go to church.
Audio check. Scott, Andrea, can you hear me?
You fucked up my head. And what's crazy is I'd probably do it all again. That night I sit on my bed, start praying while I'm looking up at God, and I ask him when the hell is this pain gonna end. He asked that, been stressed, I remember the text, remember the love, phone calls, I remember the sex. I'm so haunted by the day that you left. I wasn't good enough before, and I still gave you my best. That's it. Fuck, and I don't know what to do. 7 billion, but not one like you. Ain't it crazy how we built for 2 years, but it took 10 seconds in a bad decision just to break the whole thing loose. I can't sleep, I can't eat, my heart's getting beat. Social media don't help, I think I'm weak.
All right, let's go ahead and turn this shit off and get started. All right. What's up, guys? All right, so I'm on camera. Yeah, it's 2021. I told you guys I would wait until the new year. I stopped working my other job, so I figured I'd go ahead and, yeah, here I am. So welcome to the live stream Q&A. I do have some announcements, normal shit. So, yeah, so there is a new video series. If you didn't see it, I mentioned previously that I was looking to do like a Rate My Reef. Apparently, there's other channels on YouTube that are doing this. I don't know. I don't watch any YouTube channels. At least not reef related. It was political up to a certain point where it got a little out of control. But yeah, so if you still want to be part of the live stream, or not live stream, the Rate My Reef, just send your video of your reef tank or pictures or whatever to FishOfHex@gmail.com. And then, yeah, I will kind of show the video and, you know, go through all that stuff. So yeah, that's one thing. The next thing is the coral giveaway. If you purchase anything from my website for the month of January, you'll be automatically entered into, I guess, it's an order number drawing. You'll be automatically picked. You can win a $300 coral pack. So you can enter to win that just by, again, purchasing anything on the website. Use the promo code welcome back for 5% off. So those are the only announcements. Let's get started with this live stream. So go ahead and put your questions. Yeah, go ahead and put your questions in the comment section here, and let's get started. Hit the thumbs up button, by the way. All right, let's go. Let's see here. First of all, do I look fucking orange? I feel like I look orange. I got this fancy ass light and this fancy ass background, but I feel like I'm orange. Maybe I should change it up. Let me see. Let's see what fucking orange I can get. Give me a second here. So this is like really orange. Really not orange, like a Casper. Ooh, yeah, I know somebody calls me Casper. I love that. Fuck, I forgot what that was at. Yeah, so that's got to do 4,700. Anyway, let's go and get started. Let's go and see what question we have here. Scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. Kim cannot make the live stream. What the fuck, Kim? Next time. All right, moving down here. Let's see. All right, so my phosphates are at 0.17. Should I worry or just let it ride? Nitrates at 4.2 and alkaline is 8.1. Just leave it alone. I mean, if you're not getting cyanobacteria, it doesn't matter. You're fine. Just do the, yeah, just leave it alone. I mean, if you start getting around 0.20 or you start seeing cyano, then you might want to cut back on whatever you're introducing for phosphates. But you should be good with that. I know this whole freaking thing, you know, I know the camera's like right here, but my shit's right here. So I'm not looking at the camera. So for all y'all wondering, let's go. Nearly first. Yeah, okay. Yes, fine. I've been doing live streams for a year. It was officially a year. What, Andrea? The 6th? No. I don't know what day it was. It was sometime this week. So yeah, we've been doing live streams for a year. Yeah, I know I missed a lot of them since we're only at, what is this, 37, and there's 52 weeks in a year. So you can see that I've been slacking a little bit there. So, all right, happy about that? Good. Let's go ahead and get down. All right, Missy, what's up? Fighting cyano in my second tank. I have one fish in there and was just wondering if my fish will be okay without the lights on so I can kill this algae, or is that not a good idea? So the lights off for the fish will be fine. But that's not how you're going to get rid of cyano. Turning the lights off is a temporary fix. It's not gonna solve the problem. So I would get your phosphates under control, because the lighting is just, it'll go away temporarily, but as soon as you turn the lights back on, you're going to get that shit back. So find your source of phosphates, and you should be fine with that. Yeah, just go from there. Another one from Missy. I've always pre-mixed my water a day or two before I do my water change. Recently, I started pre-mixing a bin for backup. How long can it sit in a closed bin before it's no good? Well, it depends on the bin. It depends on the plastic. It depends on, what kind of plastic. You can essentially put it in anything, but depending on if it's, I guess reef safe plastic. I have a video on that somewhere. I don't remember. There's the triangle at the bottom. There's going to be a number in there, and then you can look that up and make sure it's a correct plastic. But I don't remember exactly all the numbers or everything associated with it. So, yeah. But I usually keep mine mixed for about a week or so, and I don't have any issues with that. So consider trying that. You said what? It's just a backup for a water change. So a day or two is fine. Yeah, you should be fine with that. Yeah, I know you were sick for a while, Missy. I know that. I saw the post on Facebook. Anyone got a QT tank? Hope so. Hope you're doing well, Scott. Yeah, Scott. Hopefully, yeah, Scott is doing better. He's been sick for a little while, but he's all right. He's pulling through. Is using distilled white vinegar a good idea to lower alkalinity? I would not do that. I've never done that. I don't have any research on it, so I can't tell you if it's a good idea, but yeah, I wouldn't do that. Nope. Grow some more fucking coral and you can get your alkalinity to go down. All right. What's the longest you can keep a fish in QT? You can keep it in QT as long as you want. It just depends on what you're doing in that QT. If you're, putting copper in there, you want to keep to the standard 14 days. But if you're just keeping it in a standard tank with, regular 1.025 or whatever, you're good. Keep it in there for as long as you want. But if you're medicating or hyposalinity, you have to go with the recommendations based on that. Yeah. So let's go and get down here. What's up, Mike? I'll get to you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to put that stuff in the comment section so we can get through it. And welcome everybody to the stream. Hit the thumbs up button. And yeah, let's go and get started or continue. I said get started now that I end up scrolling all the way down. Man, I got to contact StreamYard and figure out why it goes all the way down, and then I got to go. Not a fan of that. Scott's talking out his ass as usual. All right, we got past the intro. Oh my God, his face. What the fuck's that supposed to mean, Missy? Don't you follow me on Instagram? I'm just playing. All right. My PO4 is at 0.03. Is that good to keep my SOS happy? SOS. Am I? Fuck. I don't remember what the hell that is. But no, PO4 at 0.03 is a little low. You might want to stay around 0.07 to 0.15, but I would not stick around 0.03. Oh, for anybody who's wondering, it's cold as fucking shit in my house, and my nipples are always this hard. It's kind of a consequence of that. So for anybody's wondering, we didn't do a dick joke yet. Anybody got any dick jokes? Because Andrea is apparently keeping count today. So because she's bored of everything else. So feel free to put those in the comment section. Moving down, smoking reefers. Hey, Travis, reef doing perfect, but slow growth. All tank parameters perfect except pH is 7.6. Average. I run full Triton method with penciler 7-inch tank, and no way to get air from outside. Advice. You can try. You didn't say how big the tank is, but you can try to do the DIY scrubber, CO2 scrubber. Or you can just buy one, whatever works for you, you can buy one. Let's see here. Yeah. So, listen, my pH in the 300 stays around 7.6. 7.8 is a good day for me. And I get perfectly fine growth. Maybe consider checking out your par, see what kind of lighting you got going on over that. Maybe you don't have enough lighting. And you said everything else is pretty good, right? So try the DIY CO2 scrubber, or check out your par, make sure you're high enough lighting. Fuck off, Scott. All right, moving down here. FishOfHex, how do you rinse brute trash cans from that plastic smell? I don't. I mean, I don't pay attention to it. Maybe because my fish room smells like freaking coral and fish and salt water, so I'm told. I don't smell it in. I guess I don't smell it. I don't know. It just kind of goes away on its own. Sorry, I can help you out. What's up, Tina? Welcome to the stream. Oh shit, went all the way down. All right, there we go. Yo, Scott, get off my dick, bro. I'm just fucking with you. What happened to your display, Refuge? Damn, man. That was back in the 125, and that was 4 years ago, something like that. That was long. I mean, that thing's been gone for a long time. Yeah, just don't have it anymore. You're definitely Trumpish. What the fuck does that mean, Gabe? You're kind of gayish. Does that fucking work for you? Yeah, I know. The lighting. Okay, let's see. Let's get down here. We're still at the intro, 8:05, so we're about 10 minutes behind. Okay, what are some examples of corals in SPS frag pack? Okay, so I have a couple frag packs. So I mean, we have a beginner one, we have the Acropora one. I mean, I don't want to be an ass, but if you look at the description of the product, you'll see every coral that's an option for those packs. So you might want to check that out, buddy. But yeah, it just depends on what pack you're looking for. If you're looking at the 15 pack with free shipping, that's gonna be a mix of acros and regular SPS, Montes and shit like that. So, what's up, Bayens Reef? What's up, guys? Hey, if I don't say hi to you, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I'm just getting through these so we can get back on track. Let's see here. Okay, hey, hope all is well. Our 75 has just gotten to the point of needing to supplement alk and calcium. Thoughts on dosing Red Sea Trace colors? I know you used it before. Do you still? No, I don't use it anymore, but I do like it. I have no issues with it. You just got to calculate with your alkalinity consumption. I think it's your calcium consumption. You just got to do the math based on that, and it will tell you how many milliliters you need to dose per how many milliliters or calcium consumption is. I don't remember exactly the whole freaking thing, but it's something like that. So yeah, it works fine. I had no issues with it. The 125 did well with it, so I just don't use it now. Gabe, I recently added a recirculating CO2 scrubber with my pH went from 7.6 to 8.4. Not a question, just happy about it. Hey, that's cool. Lucky you. Mine moves for about 2 days and then it depletes the media, and yeah, so that's fun. Hi, I don't know anything about calcium reactors, but would like to know how many DKH your tank user uses in a day in a heavy stock SPS tank, so I will know how much new 500-gallon tank. Dude, I can't fucking tell you that. I can't tell you that. My tank uses about freaking 7 to 10 inches of media in that giant chamber a month. That's about all I can tell you. And right now my alkalinity is super low because I got to get down there and fix that damn calcium reactor, as in change out the media and go from there. So yeah, I can't give you that information, dude. I don't know. How long would you say your RODI membrane is good for? I've got dual membrane on a 7-stage, and my TDS measures 2 to 3 and out is 3. It's all going to depend on what you got coming in your house. If you got really high city water opposed to just a regular well water that's going through one of those salt whatever filters, you're going to be burned through a little quickly. I mean, my RO membrane, the main membrane, is about, I don't know, 8 months or something like that, maybe 10 months. It just depends how much I'm using here in the fish room. But I am making a lot more water than the average person, I think, just because of sales and the bigger the system. So, beautiful tank man, kind of off topic. What do you use to get the question pop up on the screen? It's a program called Livestream, StreamYard, which has live streaming, and then you just click on the question, it pops up. It's like $25 a month or some shit like that. I no longer have a reef. Have to have our foot reconstruction surgery and was unable to care for my tank properly for several months. I now have a tank of healthy fish. Wow, that sucks, man. That sucks. Well, good luck with all that, and hopefully you can get back in and get some coral and all that kind of stuff at some point. Went all the way down to the bottom. Give me a second. Okay. Starting into the hobby, would like to go Triton method right out of the gate. Thoughts? Sure. Do it. If you want to do it, do it. It works. Not for me. I like calcium reactor. I like the basic stuff. I mean, I'm kind of falling behind down in the fish room just with the 300 in general. I'm not testing as often, and it's just because of my schedule and stuff. But I mean, if you can keep up on the testing and making sure you're dosing the proper amounts, and you can keep on to that, then yeah, the Triton method is fine, and you should be good with that. Just this little bit here, okay. So yeah, you should be good with that. If you want to, again, just do the research. If all else fails, you can just do a basic tank. I mean, you'll be fine. You don't need to go any special method. Sometimes it's just best to try it out and do basic, calcium, or you can do calcwash or a 2-part or something down the road. But if you want to do the Triton method, then do it up. All right, let's see here. I want to order a frag pack, but afraid FedEx won't deliver in time. Well, yeah, welcome to the club. I mean, they're doing better. I don't ship FedEx anymore. I ship UPS, and I actually stopped shipping coral 2.5 weeks before Christmas, and then I just started up on Monday, and we're backed up on orders, all the way from the beginning of December, and I'm only shipping so many a day, just because I don't want to overwhelm. I won't say the system, but just I don't know. I mean, I figure if it comes in pairs. So if I have an issue with one package, there's probably a good chance I'm going to have an issue with another one because either the courier decided to be a douche and not do what they're supposed to do. But yeah, so I try to ship between 10 to 20 per day, and it just takes a little while to catch up. But yeah, I guess, I mean, I'm not going to say FedEx or UPS is better than FedEx. They're about the same. But I've had, I guess, easier customer service with UPS, but right now they're not even doing any guarantees for these overnights. So if something happens, I mean, no matter what it is, no matter what the package is, there's no guarantee anymore. They kind of say tough shit. So I mean, you just you take your own risk on that stuff. Mark, I'm making my brother listen to your live while we drive. Oh, how's the Z? The Z is good. The Z is in storage and we'll be back out in April. So it'll be pretty by then. But yeah, everything's good. What the fuck? Okay. I'm catching up to dick jokes. I'm like, what the fuck? I forget that you guys. There's a massive delay in this. What, 10 minutes still? Okay. All right, here we go. What do you call a dick that likes to travel the U.S. and aspires to be the #1 traveling tank video man? Oh, that's funny. Murphy's Aquatics. Hey man, welcome, dude. I haven't checked your stuff out in a while. I have to see if you're still uploading. I know you're on Instagram. Here we go. Okay, recently got my 75 sumped. Was going to run a fuge in the middle chamber, but now adding a 20-liter macro display next to my 75 display tank. Can I put my skimmer in the middle chamber with the sand bed? I would not put your skimmer in with the sand bed. What I do when I build a sump is I always put the refugium first, and then have it, obviously the biggest section would be the refugium, and then have it overflow down into the skimmer section and then overflow over to the return section. So that's what I do. But I would not put your skimmer in with sand. I mean, that's just, you're just asking for problems at that point. So, yep. What's up, Cue Ball Reef? I guess kind of gayish isn't terrible. I've been called worse. Yeah, it happens. So haven't I. Trust me. Trust me. And I'm sure I'm going to get the whole list of stuff soon. There you go. All right. How often do you place your heaters on all your tanks? Replace. Okay, I read that wrong. 1, 2, 3 years are done basically before they go bad. I just wait for them to die. I always have redundant systems, so I always have more than one heater, and then you can start seeing, if you start seeing fluctuations, especially during the wintertime with like say you're usually between 79.5 and I don't know, let's just say 79.7, some shit like that, and that's with 2 heaters, and you notice that one, and then one dies and you start getting down to that 79.2 or 79.4 or something like that. You notice it's just a little bit lower than what it usually is, or that the heaters are always staying on. You can look at the logs or the Apex or whatever. It's a good indication that one of your heaters might have died, and then you can just go and test and see which one's dead and replace it. So that's what I usually do. No issues. Move this damn thing. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. I turned the mic sensitivity up, so I don't want to get too close to it, because then I start sounding like a fucking weirdo. Let's go here. Let's go moving down. What are your par levels from the top to the bottom? I run 5x, yeah, Gen 5 500 par. Yeah, okay, yeah. 2-hour ramp. I have a video on that. It's like somewhere at the top. It's like 800 or some shit like that, and then gets down to 250 at the bottom glass, around that. Of course, when you get on the outer edges of the tank, it's a little bit less, but yep. Can you hear me well? Good. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Congrats on the new printers. I ordered the yellow tang decoy because they are trying to bully my Mimic lemon peel tang, so I can't wait for Saturday when it's here. Thanks again. Hey, appreciate the support on that. Yeah, those tang decoys are pretty popular. Definitely not my idea. I actually email went the person who actually created it emailed me, so I'm going to start working with him hopefully in the beginning of the year, try some new stuff. Also, if there's somebody, if you're out there and you're like a I guess a CAD designer, or you want, you're good at building 3D items and stuff like that, reach out to me, because I am, because I create everything that I sell, but I am willing to pay somebody for their designs if they want to go that route. There was somebody that I talked to before, and I mentioned this to Andrew the other day. I forgot to contact him and pay for his designs. So yeah, I just want to offer more to the website, and because we are adding 10 more printers, I want to make sure that we can keep them running all the time. So yeah, hit me up. There we go. Want to tell you about my tank. When I set up another one, I will send you a video. 135 gallon and to be 200 gallon big refugium, bio balls, zeolite, a little bit of carbon, NO3 P4. Okay, love it. Is there another part of this that I'm missing there? All right, cool. Well, yeah, you can send the video. FishOfHex, do you supplement 2-part with calcium reactor or small corrections in your calcium reactor? Right now I'm dosing some 2-part just because my calcium reactor can't keep up with. Well, basically the media is really low because I have to get in there. I know I mentioned before that I have to do the video around here. I have to do the video with the taking all the media out, cleaning the reactor and stuff like that. So right now my alkalinity is under 7. So I'm dosing with 2-part now just to keep it up for at least until I can get to a day where I can take it apart. It's gonna take some time. Do dinos irritate LPS? Yes, they can. They sure can. Bare bottom or sand bottom? Which one do you prefer? I like bare bottom, but I don't have any issues with sand. Other than I like to have a little bit more flow, so the sand helps with that. Let's see. Hey Travis, I recently purchased your starter SPS frag pack. They arrived well. Anywho, I decided to drill my 40 breeder and added a trigger system 18 sump. My question is, I'm foaming at the drain pipe where the filter sock is, do you have any guesses as to why that is? Could there be from the primer and the PVC cement used to? It's just foaming there. And how long has it been foaming for? I wish I could. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the other chat so you can say whatever. How long has it been foaming for? The primer, I've never had an issue with that. I mean, I actually stopped using primer on the PVC cement because it's not high pressure or anything like that. So just the regular PVC glue is just enough. I don't really primer anymore. I don't know. I mean, when the water goes down, is it hitting anything? Is it causing any kind of like turbulence or anything in that chamber? Because that could be why it's foaming as well. So just kind of see if you say anything or not. That question was at 2018. Yeah, so we're still 10 minutes behind. I'm trying to go through these quicker. What's up, brother? Quick question: when did you start selling coral? When were you like it's time to sell coral? Well, I started selling coral when they started growing into each other in the 125. So essentially, just like bird's nests and stuff like that, digitatas and montes were just starting to grow into each other, and I decided, well, there's a frag swap coming up. Let me cut these out, and that's kind of how it started, and it's just kind of snowballed from there. So. But yeah, I guess, yeah, let your tank grow out. Go from there. Everyone says the tank looked good. Yeah, this video is from like January of last year. The tank still looks good. It's just different. And I know I said I was going to do an update, but man, getting there. Which program do you use for designing 3D? Tinkercad right now, something like that. Tinkercad, and then there's another one that I've been dabbing in. I'm taking some classes. So after all day of working, I try to get onto Skillshare, and I'm doing some business classes and shit like that. So I try to keep my brain moving positively. Fucking nose itches. And there's a 3D printing class that I want to take soon as well. So yeah. Do you still have Spike? No, I mentioned a while ago that my neighbor fell in love with Spike, and because the boys were messing with him so much, thought it would be good for him to go somewhere where he's not getting harassed. So Spike is with my neighbor. I've seen him a couple times now, and he's cool. He's getting big. So yeah, he's good and happy. And you guys keep asking about the cat too. My cat is a whore. Frey, she's a whore. Okay. She was scheduled to go to the vet in November, and in October she decided that she's been trying to run outside, and she's been running outside every time you open the door, and I can catch her. But this time she ran out, and she's like, "See you later, Dad. I'm not coming back." So she's out somewhere in the townhome development, just getting fucking pounded, and probably having 10 litters of cats by now. So yeah, my cat's a whore. She ran away. Story. Okay, moving down. I caught myself on that one. All right. Do you have an Apex Trident? And is there anything that you would use for daily testing that's better, cut down on the manual testing? Well, yes, I do have a Trident, and as for manual testing, I just stick to what works. You can do the basic alkalinity every day or every other day or once a week, depending on your system, whatever works for you. But yeah, I mean, you're not going to get any easier in a Trident. Nice catch, yeah, Scotty boy. I know. Smoking reefers. Do you use a filter on video of your tank? Does not look blue, super blue. Yeah, I do use a filter. It's just a orange filter that I used to sell on the website. It's just one that I have here laying around. I actually take an old cell phone case and then I tape the filter above that case. And do I have one here? I don't know. Yeah. So I essentially like tape the filter on here, and then I just record with it that way. Works out pretty good. Basic stuff. What was your largest coral order? Someone ordered last year. What was his name? I wish I can remember his name so I can give him some credit just in case he's on. But he ordered 3 of my 15 packs. So 3, 6, 9. So yeah, $900 free shipping to Florida. It was nice. I get stuff like that close to that, but that was the biggest one. Yeah, waiting. Been waiting on Chato for almost a month. Christmas must have filled them up. Yeah, I'm having some pretty big issues with USPS right now. You guys know that I'm a grown ass man. I make candles in here. You guys know you can check out the website. I added some candle stuff and incorporated some 3D printing and all that to it. But I ordered some scents at the beginning of December. They were shipped on like the 2nd or 3rd, 4th maybe of December, and I just got them yesterday. It was a disaster. So, yeah, I mean, that's why I avoided shipping coral, because I didn't want to take any chances of that. Let's see here. So yeah, it's just I don't know what to say. I mean, if USPS takes 2 weeks to send you something, depending on how you approach me, I'll work that situation out with you. But we're not liable for delays. That's why I ask people, do you want me to ship, or you don't want me to. But I usually work with everybody. Again, it depends on how you come at me. But yeah, so just let me know when you get it. I mean, it's gonna be dead by now. Just hit me up when you get it, and I will we'll figure something out about sending you another one, or giving you a store credit or something for another order. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I ordered it. Yeah, I ordered it off eBay. It took that. It's just been bad right now, and it's to be expected. We got freaking coronavirus, and all. Everybody doesn't want to go to the store, so everyone's buying on Amazon and all that kind of stuff. So I gotta turn this down. That's fucking going through. Let me turn this off. Nothing ever good. Okay, cool. All right, let me turn it off. Yeah, moving down. About to hook up my Vertec DC6 calcium reactor, which I had for a very long time in the box. Anyways, using the Camor FX SPF, how do you go about it? We wouldn't need to bubble counter now. Okay. We wouldn't need a bubble counter now. Do I need to rearrange the tubing to bypass or something? So the Camor, okay, I have my own. I'm not a fan of that, because it's just an additional moving part. I know, a return pump's one thing, but having that and then having springs and all sorts of stuff associated with it. There's a couple of reasons why I stopped using it. Was that it just didn't go fast enough for my tank, and again, the moving parts, I didn't feel comfortable with it. So, what you're going to want to do is you can pull the water if you want, and then you can bypass the bubble counter, but you're going to see it going into the setup. And I'm assuming you're talking with just the water itself, not your actual CO2. You're still going to want to use a bubble counter for your CO2, if that's the method you want to do. There's so many different ways you can use the pH probe. Obviously, turn on and off something like a CO2 the CO2 regulator, like the the carbon doser, like I use, which is a little bit more accurate, a little bit fine tuning, and then that way you don't have to pay attention to the bubbles. There's a few different ways to do it. Ideally, my setup is like the one I have downstairs. I use a higher end feed pump, which is a DC pump, and I basically keep the valve all the way open on the calcium reactor and just control the flow with the DC pump. And then I use the the carbon doser, which is again the higher quality, and is controlled via the apex with the pH control. And that way it has a set bubble size and count that works well and doesn't make too much noise on the calcium reactor, and then drops the pH efficiently without having to be on too long. And then again, the pH, the apex will turn the regulator on and off. So, whatever, there's many different ways to do it. But yeah, I just don't feel comfortable with the Camor, if I'm saying it right. Any method to get rid of white sponge that grow onto rocks? I don't know, pull them off, piss in your tank. I don't know. Sponges are good. You don't need to get rid of them. My fucking nose itches. If you want to get rid of them, you can, and I don't see any need for it. Do you print photo boxes? I don't, but I guess I can. If you have an idea or a STL file that you want me to print, just email it to me, and we'll go from there. Is it possible just grow SPS in blue and UV light and radion? Yeah, the blue spectrum is actually what's more important for the coral growth, the zooxanthellae, because you got to think, once you get down below the surface, down where the corals actually are, it's usually just blue anyways, because all that extra light color is filtered out through the water. So yeah. What's up, Travis? What's the length of the longest scraper you print? Oh shit. Like 12 inches, something like that. 12 or 13. I have two sizes, a standard one. I wish I had one here, but yeah, so yeah, it's like 12 inches. FishOfHex, can I truly control my nitrates and phosphates with bio pellets and GFO used correctly along with diligence testing? Well, I mean, if you ideally you want to be able to control your nitrates and phosphates without using any of those methods. Bio pellets, I mean, you can use it, but it has its downside. And then GFO, again, it's just another thing you got to take care of. So if you can control those two nitrates and phosphates without having any kind of chemical or supplement or any of that stuff, you're better off doing that. So what that would mean is you would have to watch how much you feed, keep an eye on your water changes, and then obviously test pretty consistently to make sure you're in a good range. So you'll figure it out. Maybe I shouldn't feed, 2 pounds of food every day. Maybe cut it back to, 1 pound, something like that. So you'll figure it out. Ideally, you don't want any of that crap. Hey man, how's it going? Just started my own coral business in the UK, inspired by you. Cool. Looking to make my own frag plugs. What material would you recommend using? Hope you and your family are doing good. Well, I don't make my own frag plugs. I drop ship them through a guy here in Pennsylvania who makes them out of ceramic. Pretty sure that's what it is. Back when I made my own frag plugs, I used cement. They work fine. It was a lot of work. I mean, they did pretty well. I mean, I did it for a while and I enjoyed it, but ideally, is it ceramic? Yeah, ceramic is your best bet. But then again, you got to have the Kindle. Did I say Kindle? Fuck, that was stupid. The freaking kiln or whatever it is, the stove or stuff that whatever you got to use to freaking heat the shit up. So ideally, that's what you want to use. But you can use cement, make them that way. Kiln, yep, you're good. Thanks a lot. No, you need to use a Kindle. Yeah, whatever. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I just set the system up a couple days ago, maybe 3 or 4 days ago. It's the same chamber of my skimmer. Okay. If you're running straight pipe into your sock, try running a flex hose instead. My 125 was doing the same thing, along with the ready. Yeah, so if you are getting the foam and stuff, consider putting a bend in it to help break it up a little bit, slow it down before it hits the water. That way, it's not causing as much foam. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. How about you reach out to me, bro? FishOfHex@gmail.com. Let's see if I have any banners here that will say that. Ooh, here we go. FishOfHex@gmail.com. Negative and positive effects of bristleworms. Well, the negative is they'll probably sting you if you touch them. Positive, they eat detritus. I don't really feel anything wrong with them. They can get pretty big. They're ugly, but but if you like big ugly shit, maybe you like big ugly chicks, then there you go. Bristleworms will be your thing. Are you ever going to make a new background video? The tank has changed a lot since then I've been up. Yeah, someday. Hey, Gabe, I'll add it to my list. Things I got to do for you. What kind of shit? What kind of cleanup crew do you use in a 300? I don't really have anything. I have a few snails here and there. I don't think I have any more hermit crabs or anything like that. Turbo snails that I've had from the 125, and that's it. And then I got the tangs that usually pick off the rock or whatever. But I don't really have a cleanup crew in the 300. Now my frag tanks again is a tang or some sort, and then I try to do. It depends. I mean, there's baby or smaller turbo snails in there, and then every once in a while I'll throw some hermit crabs in there. It's nothing too crazy. Ordered Chato off eBay. Took USPS over a month to deliver. Yep, sounds about right. How do you feel about candles around reef tanks? Do you think they affect it all? I haven't noticed anything. I mean, I was doing some stuff downstairs for a little bit, and then I moved it up here for making them. And yeah, I mean, I didn't notice anything. Maybe something worth Googling, Gabe. Hey, Rogue, thanks for the super chat, buddy. Can I add hex PO4 to ATO as dosing method? Yeah, I mean, you're still adding the salt itself, so it's just gonna be diluted. You have to calculate that somehow. What works for you. What I would do is, if you want to auto dose it, is just get a cheap dosing pump, or if you got money, get like the dose or something from Apex. Yeah, I mean, you can put it in there if you want, but it's gonna be hard to calculate unless you can. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I mean, you can let me know how it works, but I wouldn't. That's something I would personally do for controllability wise. I'm more wanting to be. I guess I want to be in more control of the fluctuation. I want to be able to stop it, and I don't know. ATO is probably not a good idea. Do you have any fave corals or fish in your setup, and what would you like to add? Well, I mean, I really like the tangs. As you guys know, I'm a big tang kind of person. As for adding more tangs, some of the higher end ones like the gem tang, something Achilles tang, I would love to add those, but of course the 300 is too small. Big Bertha's already outgrowing the tank. I'm going to try to keep her in there for another couple of years, or at least a year and a half or so. But I don't know. She's breaking shit every day, so we'll see. Already 41 minutes in. Holy crap. I appreciate everybody being here, by the way. Thanks for hanging out. Damn, 41 minutes already. I'm only going an hour tonight, by the way, guys. So I'm at 8:33 when it comes to chat, and we are at 8:42. So again, 10 minutes behind. What day of the week would you say carriers are least busy increasing, adding, receiving core? I like to ship on Tuesday is the day I like to ship because they're trying to catch up on Monday from over the weekend and autofocus. And so Tuesday is like the day I like to ship. I have more success with that. I try to avoid Thursdays if I can. I try to avoid it unless you request it, because if they mess up and you don't get it on Friday, say I shipped on Tuesday and then you didn't get it on Wednesday, you can get it on Thursday. If you don't get it on Friday, you're not getting it to Monday. And I've had coral survive 2 days in the bag. Not a weekend though. No, not a weekend. Maybe some zoas, but yeah. How many times turnover do you run through your sump? I have no freaking clue. I have no clue. Should I know that? I don't know that. I got 2 return pumps and several tanks connected to it. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't even care. Sorry. If you stay off your booger sugar, your nose will act right. Now, dude, I was outside. Axel's big into the playing with the football now, so we were outside throwing the football around with him today, and I don't like being outside, man. This shit messes with me. So I'm up here, my eyes are all dry. I put some eye drops in before I got started, so I wasn't sitting here blinking the whole time. But yeah, I'm just kind of it's freaking winter, and I'm still having issues with outside. Does your fox face nip anything? Not that I know of. He's pretty good. All right, what is a good phosphate level? I'm running at 0.167, no issues with SPS. 0.07 to 0.15, so you're pretty close. So that's where I like to stay. I always fight to keep my phosphates down, but nitrates around 5. Is there any reason for this? I'm not overfeeding, but I have run Phosguard to keep at 0.08. Lower needs 0.3 Brent. Okay. Well, are you feeding a lot of nori? Because a lot of people think that it's just a sheet of nori. It's not going to be a problem. But nori's pretty much all phosphates. So you got to see, if you're feeding nori, maybe cut back on that a little bit. But or if you have pre-made fish food from like the local fish store, just see if there's there's a lot of plant matter in it, because that's going to be where you're getting your phosphates. So let's see here. Hey Travis, how often would you recommend calibrating your pH and temp probes on your Apex? I haven't done it in like a year, but ideally once a year is what you would do. 6 months if you want to be anal about it, but yeah, once a year. 3D printing idea. I need a way to wall mount small air pumps for bubble scrubbing. I mean, I can. I mean, it's probably easier to make one for a specific pump. That way you can screw in and then you can screw it into the wall, or vice versa. Did I do a dick joke already? I'm not even paying attention. Let's see here. How long do you run your lights? Well, right now it's like 13 hours. So there's going to be an hour of ramp, and then the lights will be on for the full day, and then it'll be an hour ramp down. So it's like 13 hours. Ordered an AI Prime power brick bracket from you. Can't wait for it to arrive. We'll order some Hannah stands too. Appreciate it, man. Hannah AI Prime power brick. Did it already ship? What color was it? Because I just printed off a bunch of those today. How do I get my calcium to go down? My ALK stays at 8.5 and got a dose now to keep it at 9. Everything, every time I treat cows 500. Well, it could be your salt. I don't know. Did you test your salt to see what you got going on with that? You might just have a batch that has high calcium. So check that out. And if you really want to, stop testing. Stop testing your calcium. I don't even care about calcium at all in any way, shape, or form. I just pay attention to alkalinity. As long as I know that it's dosing equally with the calcium reactor, I don't have any problems. So double check your salt and double check your test kit. You can try that, and then or just don't test at all, and then you don't have to worry about it. Caught my blue leg hermits eating my Ophelia. Do you think there was an underlying issue with the coral, or do you think that the crabs are just hungry? Did you see any like brown jelly or any kind of like detritus stuck in there? I do notice that on some of the Ophelia that I have in my tank. If the power heads are kicking up something, or they're kicking up just the sand in the back of the tank, it could get inside of the Ophelia, like right where the mouth is. And then I've noticed some hermits and fish picking at it and all sorts of stuff. So maybe that's what happened. But if it's alive and well and fluffy, I don't think there's any issues. And I'm not really familiar with hermits or anything like that eating Ophelia. So if they're still doing it, just remove them, I guess. I mean, probably if you can get them. Would you consider making custom printing such as Fuge Light Deflector? I'm tired of stuff growing everywhere. I can. I mean, I do have an option on my website where you can request. You can either print an STL, like a file that you download, or I can do custom items. You just have to let me know what you want me to build, and it just kind of depends on that. Turnaround time is decent. Oh man, we got 12 minutes left. Should I use the 2-part method for dosing, or wait for miracle juice? Yeah, 2-part. Let me check the thing. Did it click? Did it click? Did it click? Good. Okay. John, what's up? Where's the a-hole that always thumbs down the videos? Thumbs up for like, be here someday, man. It always is. No, Nori, just frozen food, mysis, brine shrimp, and some pellets, and seaweed. I have a lot of herbivores. Yeah, so the seaweed is where you're getting that from. The pellets is where you're getting it from. High phosphates and pellets and seaweed. Yeah, that's where you're getting that stuff from. Frozen food, if you want to rinse it out before you put it in the tank, you should be good with that. But yeah, that's where you're getting your phosphates from. So cut that out if you can. Your herbivores will be fine with mysis and shit like that. They'll be all right. Just see if it works. You don't have to do it forever. Just see if it works. What's the safest way to dose Kalkwasser? Kalkster is probably the safest way because you can turn it on or off with like an Apex or something like that, dosing wise. That's probably your best option, safest wise. If you want to do like an ATO, you can, but just make sure you have safety mechanisms built into. Let me see what this is to turn off the ATO if it's on too long, stuff like that. So you got to do that in your programming. Huh. Okay. Hey Travis, thank you for your service. How do you go about alkalinity swings with large orders of stony corals taken out of the system? Well, I don't really have an issue with that. There's just so many frags in this tank that, I mean, even on a good day, even if I shipped out, 200 or 300 frags, it's really no issue with that. I've never seen anything. And then, I have the Triton now, so I keep an eye on it a little bit closer. Yeah, never. I mean, the only time I've ever had dips in alkalinity is not when I'm selling coral, but when I'm cutting a lot of coral. It's the healing process that's gonna cause any issues. Mm-hmm. What's up, Travis? Just want to say what's up. My 30 or so frags from you are doing great. Growth is crazy. Keep it up. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. By the way, congrats on the 40K subs. Yeah, not bad. What has it been, 4 years? When did I start this shit? 16? Yeah, 2016 is when I started, right? Yeah, 2016 was 6 months. So I think I started late 2015. So yeah, 4 years and a couple months. So I mean, I'll take that. I'm not mad. But anyways, guys, we are 9 minutes out, and we're gonna be done with this live stream. If you have anything else you guys want to put into the comment section, it can be brief related, it can be personal questions, whatever. We'll use the next 8 minutes before we end this stuff. And yeah, whatever you got to say it. We'll go from there. I finally got to the bottom. I skipped somebody, or skipped a few of you, so I guess I can scroll up and see what I missed. Gabe's doing dick jokes apparently. If they did, they would be okay. I missed the whole thing. Let's see here if I can catch anything I missed here. Nope, I'm changing that out. All right, cool. All right, so I did have another thing that I wanted to tell you guys about. Yeah, so I covered the candle shit. And by the way, for anybody who ordered the 2020 dumpster fire candles, yeah, that stuff. Like I said, I was waiting on the scent to come in, some extra scent. The majority of those were already sent out, but there was a few that I had to wait on. So I know it's 2021. If you have any issues, if you order one of those and you have any issues and you want a refund or something with it, just let me know. Because again, I tried to get that stuff to you guys before New Year's Eve. It didn't work out, so I apologize for that. Let's see here. A couple things came in, and then we're gonna head out here. Let's see. Hey Travis, when you QT fish, do you take the copper out of the water after 2 weeks and then dose the next medicine, or leave it in the whole time? So I'll throw a little bit of carbon in, or I'll do a water change after I do my copper treatment, just to bring the levels down. Of course, I use the Hannah to check the levels to make sure that they're decent. And yeah, as long as it's not in a range that's going to cause any issues, then we're good from there. Let's see what we got. Try to burn through these quick so we can head out. Hey Hex, can you help me? I put my Radeon Gen 4 100 brightness in 60 intensity. Would that burn my SPS coral? Sorry to be a pain. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know how far the light is off the tank. I don't know what the par you're getting. You got to figure that stuff out. I wouldn't put any light at 100% unless you have a taller tank, especially those Radeons. Yeah, so you gotta gotta figure out what your par is. Just get the Senai Reef, where you can rent a par meter from like BRS or whatever. I don't know if you're in the United States, or maybe your local fish store. But yeah, figure out what your par is. Try to, if you have SPS, then you of course you want to stay between 250, 450 is about a good range. For me, I get a little bit more faster growth at around 550, 600, but that's not always great. I mean, for coloration, it's not that great. For growth, it's pretty good. All right. Can't wait for the new nano tank to stabilize so I can order frags from you to fill it up. Yeah. Cutting. So I was doing today, trying to cut coral. All right. So here we go. We got more information. My tank is an 80-gallon XR15, 8 inches above the tank. Okay. Thank you for Keep It UK and good work. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I don't know what option you have in the UK when it comes to par meters, but if you want to use the Senai reef, it's pretty cheap. I don't know what what it is over there for you, but I use that here in the fish room with no issues. And it's not 100% accurate, but it does get you a rough range, which kind of tells you, either I'm at like a roughly 250 or I'm at 600. I mean, that's, you kind of know where you're going to be. So consider doing that. But yeah, so I think we're good. I'm about to lose my voice already. So we're an hour in. That's it, guys. So I appreciate everybody being here for the live stream. Stay tuned next week, next Thursday. And yeah, so if you want to support the channel, head over to fishofhex@gmail.com and use the promo code welcome back for 5% off. And yeah, that's it. See you guys later. Peace.